thousands of years ago, long before the invention of telescopes or satellites, ancient civilizations across the globe built structures that aligned with the stars, the sun, and the moon with astonishing precision. How did they do it? What knowledge did they possess that allowed them to map the heavens and embed their sacred sites with such cosmic significance? These questions lie at the heart of one of history's greatest mysteries. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the enigmatic stone circles of Britain, these ancient builders left behind clues that hint at a profound connection between the earth and the sky. But these alignments were more than just feats of engineering. They were expressions of a deeper spiritual understanding, a way to harmonize the physical world with the divine. In this video, we'll explore the secrets of these astronomical alignments, uncovering how ancient cultures achieved such remarkable precision and what these celestial connections meant to them. Together, we'll delve into the intersection of astronomy, architecture, and spirituality, revealing the hidden wisdom of our ancestors and the enduring legacy they left behind. Get ready to embark on a journey through time, where the stars above and the stones below tell a story that still resonates today. For ancient civilizations, the night sky was not just a canvas of twinkling lights, it was a living, breathing map of the divine. The Egyptians, Mayans, and Greeks, among others, saw the cosmos as sacred, a realm where gods and celestial bodies intertwined with their daily lives. To them, the movement of the stars and planets was not random. It was a language, a way for the gods to communicate with humanity. An eclipse might signal impending change. The rising of a particular star could mark the beginning of the planting season, and the alignment of planets might foretell great events. This deep reverence for the heavens shaped their entire worldview, influencing everything from their religious practices to their architecture. Take the Egyptians, for example. They believed the sun god Ra traveled across the sky by day and through the underworld by night, a cycle that mirrored their own journey of life, death, and rebirth. This belief was so central to their culture that they built the Great Pyramid of Giza with meticulous precision, aligning its sides with the cardinal directions and its inner chambers with specific stars. For them, this was more than engineering. It was a way to ensure the pharaoh's soul could ascend to the heavens and join the gods. Similarly, the Mayans were master astronomers, charting the movements of Venus with astonishing accuracy. They saw the planet as a harbinger of war and used its cycles to time their battles and rituals. Their temples, like the iconic El Castillo at Chichen Itza, were designed to align with the sun during equinoxes, casting shadows that resembled a serpent descending the steps, a symbol of their feathered serpent god, Teotihuacan. These alignments were not just symbolic, they were a way to bring the divine into the physical world, creating a bridge between the earthly and the celestial. The Greeks, too, wove astronomy into their mythologies and daily lives. Temples like the Parthenon were often oriented to the rising sun or specific constellations, reflecting their belief in the harmony between the cosmos and human existence. For these ancient cultures, the stars were not distant and detached, they were an integral part of their spiritual and practical lives, guiding everything from agriculture to governance. This profound connection between the heavens and the earth is etched into the very stones of their sacred sites. Each alignment, each carefully positioned structure, was a testament to their belief that the cosmos held the key to understanding the divine. And as we explore these ancient sites today, we're not just looking at ruins, we're witnessing a dialogue between humanity and the universe, a conversation that began thousands of years ago and continues to captivate us still. When we talk about astronomical alignments, We're referring to the deliberate positioning of ancient structures to correspond with celestial events like the rising or setting of the sun, the phases of the moon, or the movements of stars and planets. These alignments weren't accidental, they were carefully planned, reflecting a deep understanding of the cosmos and its rhythms. Imagine standing at Stonehenge during the summer solstice, watching as the sun rises perfectly between two massive stones. Or picture the Great Pyramid of Giza, its sides aligned almost perfectly with the four cardinal directions, and its air shafts pointing directly to stars like Sirius and Orion's belt. These weren't just coincidences, they were masterpieces of ancient engineering and astronomy. For ancient cultures, these alignments served as a way to mark time, celebrate seasonal changes, and connect with the divine. The solstices and equinoxes, for instance, were critical events. The winter solstice marked the shortest day of the year, while the summer solstice brought the longest. Equinoxes, when day and night are equal in length, were seen as moments of balance and renewal. By aligning their structures with these events, ancient builders created calendars in stone, ensuring their communities could predict the changing seasons and plan agricultural activities. But beyond practicality, these alignments held profound spiritual meaning. They were seen as moments when the earthly and celestial realms came into harmony, a sacred convergence of the human and the divine. Take the Great Pyramid of Giza, for example. Its north-facing entrance aligns with the pole star Thuban, which was the North Star during the pyramid's construction. Meanwhile, its southern air shaft points to Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, which the Egyptians associated with the goddess Isis. These alignments weren't just symbolic, they were functional, guiding the pharaoh's soul on its journey to the afterlife. Similarly, Stonehenge's alignment with the summer solstice sunrise suggests it was a site of ritual and celebration, a place where ancient people gathered to honor the return of light and warmth. The precision of these alignments raises intriguing questions. How did ancient builders achieve such accuracy without modern tools? Some theories suggest they used simple yet ingenious methods, like observing shadows or using water-filled trenches to create level foundations. Others propose that they relied on advanced astronomical knowledge passed down through generations. Regardless of the methods, the results are undeniable. These structures stand as testaments to their creators' ingenuity and their deep connection to the cosmos. What's truly remarkable is that these alignments weren't isolated to a single culture or region. From the Mayan temples of Central America to the megaliths of Europe, we see a shared fascination with the heavens and a universal desire to bridge the gap between earth and sky. These alignments remind us that, thousands of years ago, people looked up at the same stars we do today and found meaning, purpose, and wonder in their movements. And as we study these ancient sites, we're not just uncovering their secrets, we're reconnecting with a timeless human tradition of seeking harmony with the universe. The precision with which ancient civilizations aligned their sacred sites to the heavens is nothing short of astonishing. How did cultures without telescopes, satellites, or even written records achieve such remarkable accuracy? The answer lies somewhere between brilliant ingenuity and enduring mystery. Take, for instance, Teotihuacan's Avenue of the Dead, a massive ceremonial road that stretches through the heart of this ancient Mesoamerican city. This avenue aligns with the Pleiades star cluster, a group of stars that held immense spiritual significance for the Teotihuacanos. During certain times of the year, the Pleiades appear directly above the avenue, as if the city itself were a mirror reflecting the heavens. Theories abound about how such precision was achieved. Some suggest that ancient cultures possessed advanced astronomical knowledge, passed down through generations and refined over centuries. Others propose the existence of lost technologies, tools, or methods that have since been forgotten or destroyed. And then there are the more speculative ideas, like the possibility of extraterrestrial influence, though these remain firmly in the realm of conjecture. What we do know is that these alignments were not accidents. They required careful observation, meticulous planning, and a deep understanding of the night sky. One fascinating theory involves the use of simple yet effective tools. For example, ancient builders may have used gnomons, vertical sticks that cast shadows, to track the sun's movement across the sky. By observing how the shadow changed over time, they could determine the solstices and equinoxes with surprising accuracy. Water-filled trenches or basins might have been used to create level foundations, ensuring that structures were perfectly aligned with celestial markers. These methods, though rudimentary by today's standards, demonstrate the resourcefulness and creativity of ancient astronomers. Another intriguing possibility is that these civilizations relied on oral traditions and mnemonic devices to preserve and transmit their astronomical knowledge. Stories, songs, and rituals could have encoded vital information about the stars, allowing each generation to build upon the insights of their ancestors. This cultural continuity would have been essential for achieving the long-term precision we see in sites like Stonehenge or the Great Pyramid of Giza. The alignment of Teotihuacan's Avenue of the Dead with the Pleiades is just one example of this incredible precision. For the Teotihuacanos, the Pleiades were more than just a cluster of stars. They symbolized life, renewal, and the cyclical nature of time. By aligning their city with this celestial landmark, they created a physical connection to the cosmos, a way to ground their spiritual beliefs in the very fabric of their urban design. As we explore these ancient sites today, we're left with more questions than answers. How did they achieve such alignment without the tools we take for granted? What knowledge was lost to time, and what secrets remain hidden in the stones? These mysteries remind us of the ingenuity of our ancestors and the profound relationship they shared with the stars. And while we may never fully unravel the techniques they used, the precision of their alignment stands as a testament to their brilliance, a legacy written in stone and sky, waiting for us to decode. To truly grasp how ancient civilizations achieved such precise astronomical alignments, we need to explore the tools and techniques they used to observe and record the heavens. These ancient astronomers didn't have the sophisticated instruments we have today, but they were far from primitive in their methods. Some of the most fascinating artifacts ever discovered offer a glimpse into their ingenuity. Take, for instance, the Antikythera mechanism, often referred to as the world's first analog computer. This intricate bronze device, recovered from a shipwreck off the coast of Greece, dates back to around 100 BCE and was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses with remarkable accuracy. Its complex system of gears and dials reveals a level of technical sophistication that challenges our assumptions about ancient technology, but the Antikythera mechanism is just one example. Across different cultures, we find evidence of other tools designed to track celestial movements. Astrolabes, for example, were widely used in the Islamic world during the Middle Ages, though their origins trace back to ancient Greece. These handheld devices allowed astronomers to measure the altitude of stars and planets, helping them map the night sky and determine the time. Similarly, shadow-casting devices like gnomons and sundials were essential tools for tracking the sun's movement. By observing the length and direction of a shadow, ancient astronomers could pinpoint solstices, equinoxes, and even the time of day with surprising precision. These tools weren't just about gathering data, they were about creating a connection between the heavens and the earth. In Mesoamerica, the Maya used horizon-based observations, carefully noting where the sun rose and set against natural landmarks like mountains or temple peaks. This method allowed them to create highly accurate calendars and align their sacred structures with celestial events. In Egypt, the Merkhit, a simple yet effective tool consisting of a plumb line and a sighting rod, was used to align pyramids and temples with the stars. These devices may seem rudimentary by modern standards, but their effectiveness speaks volumes about the skill and dedication of ancient astronomers. Of course, creating these tools was only half the battle. The real challenge was passing this knowledge down through generations. In many cases, this was done through oral traditions, with stories, songs, and rituals serving as vessels for astronomical wisdom. The Maori of New Zealand, for example, used star lore to navigate the vast Pacific Ocean, memorizing the positions of stars and the patterns of ocean currents to guide their voyages. Similarly, the Aboriginal peoples of Australia embedded their knowledge of the night sky into their Dreamtime stories, ensuring that each generation understood the movements of the stars and their cultural significance. Written records also played a crucial role. The Babylonians meticulously recorded their observations on clay tablets, creating some of the earliest known astronomical texts. These records not only preserved their knowledge, but also allowed future generations to build upon it. In India, the Vedas, ancient sacred texts, contain detailed descriptions of celestial events, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos that was passed down through thousands of years. What's striking is how these tools and techniques transcended geography and culture. From the shadow-casting devices of Egypt to the star charts of China, we see a shared fascination with the heavens and a universal drive to understand them. These ancient astronomers weren't just observing the stars, they were weaving them into the fabric of their societies, creating a legacy that continues to inspire us today. As we uncover more about their methods, we gain a deeper appreciation for their brilliance and the timeless human desire to connect with the cosmos. Long before the invention of writing, ancient cultures relied on oral traditions to pass down the wisdom of the stars. Stories, myths, and rituals became the living libraries of celestial knowledge, ensuring that the movements of the heavens were not only observed but also remembered. These narratives were more than just tales, they were carefully crafted vessels, designed to encode vital information about the stars, seasons, and cycles of life. Through the voices of storytellers, the chants of priests, and the rituals of shamans, this wisdom was preserved and passed from one generation to the next, creating an unbroken chain of understanding that spanned centuries. In many ancient societies, the responsibility of safeguarding this knowledge fell to specialized groups, priests, shamans, or other spiritual leaders who served as the custodians of celestial wisdom. These figures were not just religious authorities, they were also astronomers, historians, and educators. Among the Maya, for example, the priesthood meticulously tracked the movements of Venus, recording its cycles and interpreting their significance. This knowledge was then woven into their mythology, with Venus often depicted as a god of war whose movements dictated the timing of battles and rituals. Similarly, in ancient Egypt, the priestly class played a crucial role in aligning temples and pyramids with the stars, ensuring that the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife was guided by the heavens. myths and rituals were particularly effective tools for preserving astronomical knowledge. Stories about the stars were often tied to the natural world, making them easier to remember and share. The Aboriginal peoples of Australia, for instance, embedded their understanding of the night sky into Dreamtime stories, where constellations were depicted as ancestors or animals. These narratives not only explained the stars, but also reinforced cultural values and social structures. Rituals, too, served as mnemonic devices, with ceremonies timed to celestial events like solstices or eclipses. By participating in these rituals, communities internalized the rhythms of the cosmos, ensuring that this knowledge remained alive and relevant. Symbols also played a key role in encoding astronomical wisdom. In ancient Greece, the Parthenon's alignment with the rising sun was not just an architectural choice, it was a symbol of the harmony between the cosmos and human life. Similarly, the serpent shadow that descends El Castillo at Chichen Itza during the equinoxes is a powerful visual representation of the Mayan god Kukulkan, embodying the connection between earth and sky. These symbols were not static, they were dynamic, evolving with each retelling and reinterpretation, yet always retaining their core meaning. The transmission of this knowledge was not just about preserving facts, it was about creating a shared understanding of the universe and humanity's place within it. By embedding astronomical observations into their myths, symbols, and rituals, ancient cultures ensured that this wisdom was not just remembered but also felt. It became part of their identity, shaping their worldview and influencing every aspect of their lives, from agriculture to governance. This deep connection between oral traditions and celestial knowledge had a profound impact on the design of sacred sites. Temples, pyramids, and stone circles were not just aligned with the stars, they were physical manifestations of the stories and rituals that defined their cultures. The Great Pyramid of Giza, with its alignment to the pole star Thuban and the star Sirius, was a monument to the Egyptians' belief in the afterlife and the soul's journey to the heavens. Stonehenge, with its alignment to the summer solstice, was a gathering place where communities could come together to celebrate the return of light and warmth. These sites were more than just architectural achievements, they were the culmination of centuries of accumulated wisdom, a way to bring the heavens down to earth and make the divine tangible. As we explore these ancient sacred sites today, we're not just looking at stones or ruins, we're witnessing the legacy of oral traditions, the stories and rituals that once animated these spaces. They remind us that the stars above have always been more than just distant lights. They have been guides, teachers, and storytellers, illuminating the path for humanity's journey through time. And as we uncover the secrets of these ancient alignments, we're not just learning about the past, we're reconnecting with a timeless human tradition of seeking meaning in the cosmos. Sacred architecture is more than just stone and mortar. It's a language, a way for ancient cultures to communicate their deepest spiritual beliefs through design. When we look at structures like pyramids, ziggurats, and temples, we're not just seeing buildings, we're witnessing a reflection of the cosmos, a physical manifestation of humanity's desire to connect with the divine. These sites were carefully designed to mirror the heavens, creating a bridge between the earthly and the celestial. Every angle, every alignment, every detail was imbued with symbolic meaning, turning these structures into sacred maps of the universe. Take Angkor Wat, the sprawling temple complex in Cambodia. This architectural marvel isn't just a place of worship, it's a cosmic calendar. Its alignment with the equinoxes is no accident. During these moments of celestial balance, the sun rises directly over the central tower, creating a stunning visual effect that symbolizes harmony between heaven and earth. For the Khmer people, this alignment was a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, a spiritual truth encoded in the very stones of their sacred site. The temple's design, with its concentric galleries and towering spires, reflects the Hindu concept of Mount Meru, the mythical center of the universe. In this way, Angkor Wat becomes more than a building. It's a microcosm of the cosmos itself. The symbolism of sacred architecture extends far beyond Angkor Wat. In ancient Mesopotamia, the ziggurates' massive step temples were seen as stairways to the gods. These towering structures were designed to reach toward the heavens, symbolizing humanity's aspiration to connect with the divine. The great ziggurat of Ur, for example, was dedicated to the moon god Nana, its alignment with the lunar cycle reflecting the Mesopotamians' reverence for the night sky. Each step of the ziggurat represented a different level of spiritual ascent, a journey from the earthly realm to the celestial. Similarly, the pyramids of Egypt are masterpieces of symbolic architecture. The Great Pyramid of Giza, with its precise alignment to the cardinal directions and its shafts pointing to specific stars, was more than a tomb. It was a cosmic vessel. The Egyptians believed that the pharaoh's soul would ascend through these shafts to join the gods in the afterlife. The pyramid's shape, rising sharply to a point, symbolized the rays of the sun, connecting the ruler's journey to the divine power of Ra. Every aspect of its design was a statement of faith, a declaration that the earthly and the celestial were one and the same. Even in Europe, the symbolism of sacred architecture is evident. The Gothic cathedrals of the Middle Ages, with their soaring spires and intricate stained glass windows, were designed to evoke the heavens. Light streaming through the windows created an ethereal atmosphere, symbolizing divine illumination. The alignment of these cathedrals with the rising sun during important feast days further emphasized their connection to the cosmos. These structures were not just places of worship, they were portals to the divine, designed to elevate the soul and inspire awe. What's striking about these examples is the universality of the symbolism. Across cultures and continents, we see a shared desire to create sacred spaces that reflect the heavens. Whether it's the alignment of Angkor Wat with the equinoxes, the celestial stairway of the ziggurates, or the solar symbolism of the pyramids, these structures tell a story of humanity's quest to understand the cosmos and its place within it. They remind us that the heavens have always been more than just a backdrop to human life. They've been a source of inspiration, guidance, and spiritual meaning. As we explore these sacred sites, we're not just uncovering the secrets of ancient architecture. We're connecting with a timeless human tradition of seeking harmony with the universe. Each alignment, each symbol, each carefully crafted detail is a testament to the brilliance and spirituality of our ancestors. And as we stand beneath the towering spires of Angkor Wat or the ancient stones of the pyramids, we're reminded that the stars above have always been a guiding light, illuminating the path for humanity's journey through time. Rising from the misty plains of Salisbury in England, Stonehenge stands as one of the most iconic and enigmatic monuments of the ancient world. This prehistoric stone circle, with its massive uprights and lintels, has captivated imaginations for centuries. But beyond its striking appearance lies a deeper mystery. Stonehenge is a masterpiece of astronomical alignment. During the summer solstice, the sun rises precisely over the heel stone, casting its light directly into the heart of the circle. Similarly, at the winter solstice, the sun sets perfectly between the towering trilithons, marking the shortest day of the year. These alignments were no accident. They were deliberate, reflecting a profound understanding of the sun's movements and the changing seasons. But Stonehenge's connection to the heavens goes beyond the solstices. Some researchers believe the monument also served as a lunar calendar, with its stones aligned to track the moon's phases. Others suggest it may have been used to predict eclipses, a feat that would have required advanced astronomical knowledge. The Aubrey holes, a ring of pits surrounding the stone circle, are thought to have been used for this purpose, with markers placed to track the moon's nodes, the points where its path crosses the sun's. Such precision hints at a society deeply attuned to the rhythms of the cosmos, one that saw the heavens not just as a backdrop, but as a vital part of their daily lives. How the builders of Stonehenge achieved this level of accuracy remains a subject of debate. The stones themselves, some weighing over 25 tons, were transported from quarries over 150 miles away, a logistical feat that defies explanation. Theories range from the use of sledges and rollers to the possibility of glacial movement, carrying the stones closer to the site. Once there, the builders employed sophisticated techniques to shape and position the stones, creating a structure that has endured for thousands of years. The sheer effort involved speaks to the monument's importance, suggesting it was more than just a calendar. It was a sacred space, a place where the earthly and the celestial converged. Stonehenge's purpose has been the subject of endless speculation. Was it a temple, a burial ground, or a site of healing? Some believe it served all these roles, evolving over time to meet the needs of its builders. What's clear is that it was a place of profound significance, a hub of spiritual and communal activity. The alignment of its stones with the solstices suggests it was a site of celebration and ritual, a place where people gathered to honor the cycles of nature and the power of the sun. The winter solstice, in particular, would have been a time of renewal, as the community came together to welcome the return of light and warmth. As we stand before Stonehenge today, we're reminded of the ingenuity and vision of its builders. This ancient monument is not just a collection of stones, it's a testament to humanity's enduring fascination with the heavens. It invites us to look up at the stars and consider our place in the universe, just as its creators did thousands of years ago. And as we turn our gaze to another iconic site, the Great Pyramid of Giza, we'll see how another ancient civilization harnessed the power of the stars to create a monument that has stood the test of time. The Great Pyramid of Giza is more than just an ancient wonder. It's a celestial masterpiece, built with astonishing precision over 4,500 years ago. This monumental structure isn't just aligned with the Earth, it's aligned with the stars. Its four sides face the cardinal directions with near-perfect accuracy, deviating by less than a fraction of a degree from true north. But the pyramid's connection to the heavens goes even deeper. Two narrow shafts, one pointing north and the other south, extend from the king's chamber, and for years their purpose remained a mystery. Today, many researchers believe these shafts were designed to align with specific stars, serving as pathways for the pharaoh's soul to ascend to the afterlife. The northern shaft points to Theban, the pole star at the time of the pyramid's construction, while the southern shaft aligns with Sirius, the brightest star in the sky and a symbol of the goddess Isis. Together, these alignments reflect the Egyptians' profound understanding of the cosmos and their belief in the unity of the earthly and the divine. The pyramid's connection to Orion's belt adds another layer of intrigue. The three stars of Orion's belt, Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, are thought to mirror the layout of the three main pyramids at Giza. This alignment isn't just symbolic, it's deeply rooted in Egyptian cosmology. Orion, known as Sa to the ancient Egyptians, was associated with Osiris, the god of the afterlife and resurrection. By aligning the Great Pyramid with Orion's belt, the builders may have been creating a celestial map, ensuring the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife was guided by the stars. The pyramid wasn't just a tomb, it was a gateway, a structure designed to unite the mortal and the eternal. The mathematical precision of the Great Pyramid is another testament to its builder's brilliance. Its base covers over 13 acres, and its original height of 146 meters made it the tallest structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. The pyramid's proportions are so exact that even the slightest deviation could have thrown off its alignment. Yet, despite the challenges of constructing such a massive monument without modern tools, the builders achieved near-perfect symmetry. The pyramid's orientation to true north is particularly remarkable, with an error margin of just 1/15 of a degree. To put that into perspective, modern engineers would struggle to achieve such accuracy even with advanced technology. This level of precision raises fascinating questions about how the ancient Egyptians accomplished such feats. Some theories suggest they used the stars themselves as a guide, observing the circumpolar stars to determine true north. Others propose they employed simple tools like the Merkit, a sighting device that allowed them to align structures with celestial bodies. Whatever methods they used, the results speak for themselves. The Great Pyramid stands as a testament to their ingenuity, their dedication, and their deep connection to the cosmos. As we marvel at the Great Pyramid's astronomical alignments, we're reminded of another ancient civilization that shared this fascination with the stars, the Mesoamericans. Like the Egyptians, they built their sacred sites with celestial precision, creating structures that mirrored the heavens and connected their people to the divine. From the towering pyramids of Teotihuacan to the intricate observatories of the Maya, these cultures left behind a legacy of astronomical brilliance that continues to captivate us today. And as we explore these sites, we'll see how the stars above guided their lives, their rituals, and their understanding of the universe. Deep in the heart of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula lies Chichen Itza, one of the most awe-inspiring remnants of the ancient Maya civilization. At its center stands El Castillo, a towering pyramid that serves as a testament to the Mayas' extraordinary understanding of astronomy. But what makes this structure truly remarkable is its alignment with the equinoxes. Twice a year, during the spring and fall equinoxes, the setting sun casts a shadow along the pyramid's northern staircase, creating the illusion of a serpent slithering down the steps. This shadowy figure, known as Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god, is a breathtaking display of ancient ingenuity, a fusion of architecture, astronomy, and spirituality. For the Maya, this event wasn't just a visual spectacle, it was a deeply symbolic moment, marking the balance between light and darkness, life and death, and the cyclical nature of time. The equinox phenomenon at Chichen Itza is a perfect example of how the Maya integrated their astronomical knowledge into their sacred architecture. The pyramid itself is a marvel of precision, with 9 terraces on each side, divided by a central staircase. These terraces correspond to the 18 months of the Maya solar calendar, while the 52 panels on each side represent the 52-year cycle known as the calendar round. Every detail of El Castillo's design reflects the Mayas' reverence for the cosmos and their desire to create a physical representation of their spiritual beliefs. The descent of Kukulkan during the equinoxes was seen as a divine manifestation, a moment when the god descended to earth to bless the people and renew the natural order. This alignment wasn't just a random coincidence, it was the result of meticulous planning and observation. The Maya were master astronomers, tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and planets with remarkable accuracy. Their knowledge allowed them to predict celestial events and incorporate them into their religious practices. The equinoxes, in particular, held great significance as moments of balance and renewal. By aligning El Castillo with these events, the Maya created a living calendar, a way to mark the passage of time and honor the cycles of nature. The serpent's descent was more than just a visual trick, it was a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, a symbol of the harmony between the earthly and the celestial. The cultural and spiritual importance of this phenomenon cannot be overstated. For the Maya, Teotihuacan was more than just a god, he was a symbol of creation, wisdom, and transformation. The serpent's descent during the equinoxes was a time of celebration, when communities gathered to perform rituals, make offerings, and seek blessings for the coming season. It was also a moment of reflection, a time to acknowledge the balance between light and darkness and the cyclical nature of life. This event reinforced the Maya's worldview, which saw the cosmos as a living, interconnected system where every element played a vital role. As we marvel at the brilliance of Chichen Itza, it's impossible not to wonder how the Maya achieved such precision. Without modern tools, they managed to create a structure that perfectly aligns with the sun's movements, demonstrating an advanced understanding of geometry, astronomy, and engineering. Some theories suggest they used simple tools like gnomons or water-filled trenches to measure angles and track the sun's path. Others propose that their knowledge was passed down through generations, refined over centuries of observation and experimentation. Whatever methods they used, the results are undeniable. Chichen Itza stands as a testament to their ingenuity and their profound connection to the cosmos. The legacy of Chichen Itza extends far beyond its borders. Across South America, ancient civilizations also built sacred sites with celestial alignments, each reflecting their unique relationship with the stars. From the Sun Temple of Machu Picchu to the Nazca Lines in Peru, these structures tell a story of humanity's enduring fascination with the heavens. Like the Maya, these cultures saw the cosmos as a source of guidance, inspiration, and spiritual meaning. Their alignments were not just feats of engineering, they were expressions of a deeper understanding, a way to bring the divine into the physical world. As we leave Chichen Itza and explore these other ancient sites, we're reminded of the universal human desire to connect with the stars. These alignments are more than just markers of time. They are windows into the minds of our ancestors, revealing their brilliance, their creativity, and their unwavering quest to understand the universe. Each stone, each shadow, each alignment is a piece of a puzzle that continues to captivate us, inviting us to look up at the stars and ponder the mysteries they hold. Nestled high in the Andes Mountains, Machu Picchu is more than just a breathtaking archaeological wonder. It's a testament to the Incas' extraordinary understanding of the cosmos. This ancient citadel, often called the Lost City of the Incas, is a marvel of engineering and astronomy, with its structures meticulously aligned to celestial events. From the solstices to the equinoxes, every stone seems to whisper secrets of a civilization deeply attuned to the rhythms of the heavens. At the heart of this sacred site lies the Intihuatana stone, a mysterious granite pillar believed to have served as a solar clock or calendar. Its name, which means hitching post of the sun, hints at its purpose, to anchor the sun's energy during key astronomical events. For the Inca, this stone wasn't just a tool, it was a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a way to commune with the gods who govern the skies. During the winter solstice, the sun aligns perfectly with the Intihuatana, casting no shadow at noon. This phenomenon was deeply significant to the Inca, who saw the solstice as a time of renewal and rebirth. The alignment symbolized the sun's return, marking the end of the darkest days and the promise of longer, warmer days ahead. Similarly, during the summer solstice, the sun's position created distinct shadows and patterns, allowing the Inca to track its movement with precision. These alignments weren't just practical, they were spiritual, reinforcing the Incas' belief in the interconnectedness of the cosmos and their daily lives. The Intihuatana stone, with its precise angles and careful placement, became a focal point for rituals and ceremonies, a place where the Inca could honor the sun god Inti and seek his blessings. But Machu Picchu's astronomical significance extends beyond the Intihuatana. The Temple of the Sun, one of the site's most iconic structures, is another example of the Inca's celestial mastery. Its windows and doorways align with the rising sun during the solstices, creating stunning light effects that illuminate the temple's interior. These alignments weren't just decorative, they were symbolic, reflecting the Inca's reverence for the sun as the source of life and energy. The temple's curved walls and precise angles also suggest it may have been used as an observatory, allowing priests to track the movements of celestial bodies and predict important events. The spiritual significance of these alignments cannot be overstated. For the Inca, the heavens were a sacred realm, a place where gods and ancestors resided. By aligning their structures with the sun, moon, and stars, they created a physical connection to this divine world. Machu Picchu itself was more than just a city, it was a sacred landscape, a place where the natural and the supernatural converged. The mountains surrounding the site were seen as protective spirits, while the rivers and valleys were believed to carry the life-giving energy of the gods. Every stone, every alignment was a reflection of this spiritual worldview, a way to bring the cosmos down to earth and make the divine tangible. As we leave the heights of Machu Picchu and turn our gaze toward Europe, we find another ancient culture that shared this fascination with the stars. From the megaliths of Britain to the stone circles of Scandinavia, European cultures also built structures aligned with celestial events, each reflecting their unique relationship with the heavens. These sites, like Machu Picchu, were more than just architectural feats, they were expressions of a deep spiritual connection to the cosmos, a reminder that the stars above have always guided humanity's journey through time. And as we explore these ancient European observatories, we'll uncover the secrets of their celestial knowledge, revealing how the heavens shaped their lives, their beliefs, and their legacy. Across the rolling green hills of Ireland lies Newgrange, a prehistoric monument older than Stonehenge and even the Great Pyramid of Giza. This ancient passage tomb, built over 5,000 years ago, is a marvel of Neolithic engineering and a testament to humanity's timeless fascination with the sun. What makes Newgrange truly extraordinary is its alignment with the winter solstice sunrise. For a few precious minutes on the shortest day of the year, a narrow beam of sunlight pierces through a specially designed roof box above the entrance, traveling down the long, narrow passageway to illuminate the inner chamber. This phenomenon is no accident. It's a deliberate alignment, carefully calculated to mark the solstice and bring light into the heart of the tomb. For the Neolithic people who built it, this event was more than just a spectacle. It was a moment of profound spiritual significance, a symbol of renewal and the triumph of light over darkness. The inner chamber of Newgrange is a place of mystery and wonder. As the solstice sunlight floods the space, it reveals intricate carvings of spirals, diamonds, and other geometric patterns etched into the stone walls. These symbols, though their exact meaning remains elusive, are thought to represent cycles of life, death, and rebirth, themes that resonate deeply with the solstice's symbolism. The alignment of Newgrange with the winter solstice suggests that it may have been used for rituals celebrating the sun's return, a time when the community could come together to honor the cycles of nature and seek blessings for the year ahead. The tomb itself, with its massive stone slabs and corbelled roof, is a masterpiece of design, built to withstand the passage of time and preserve the sacred knowledge of its builders. But Newgrange is more than just a solar temple, it's a window into the beliefs and practices of the Neolithic people. For them, the winter solstice was a pivotal moment, marking the end of the darkest days and the promise of longer, warmer days to come. By aligning the tomb with the solstice sunrise, they created a physical connection to this celestial event, embedding their spiritual beliefs into the very fabric of the landscape. The alignment also suggests a sophisticated understanding of astronomy, as the builders would have needed to track the sun's movements over many years to achieve such precision. This knowledge, passed down through generations, reflects the deep reverence these ancient people held for the cosmos and their place within it. The spiritual significance of Newgrange extends beyond its alignment. The tomb itself is believed to have served as a burial site, a place where the remains of the dead were interred alongside offerings and symbols of their journey to the afterlife. The solstice sunrise, illuminating the inner chamber, may have been seen as a way to guide the spirits of the deceased, connecting them to the cycles of nature and the eternal return of the sun. This blending of astronomy, architecture, and spirituality is a hallmark of Neolithic culture, revealing a worldview that saw the earth and the heavens as deeply intertwined. As we leave the misty hills of Ireland and journey to the sun-drenched sands of Egypt, we find another civilization that shared this fascination with the stars. The ancient Egyptians, like the builders of Newgrange, saw the cosmos as a source of divine power and guidance. Their temples, grand and imposing, were not just places of worship. They were celestial maps, aligned with the sun, moon, and stars to reflect the harmony between the earthly and the divine. From the towering obelisks of Karnak to the sacred precincts of Luxor, these structures tell a story of a people who looked to the heavens for inspiration and meaning. And as we explore these ancient sites, we'll uncover the secrets of their astronomical knowledge, revealing how the stars above shaped their lives, their rituals, and their legacy. In the heart of ancient Thebes, now modern-day Luxor, stands the sprawling complex of Karnak Temple, a monumental testament to the Egyptians' devotion to the sun god Amun-Ra. This vast sanctuary, built over 2,000 years, is not just a collection of towering columns and grand halls. It's a celestial map, meticulously aligned to honor the sun and its divine power. The temple's central axis, running east to west, is precisely oriented to capture the rising sun during the winter solstice. As the first rays of dawn break over the horizon, they flood through the temple's gates, illuminating the inner sanctum where the statue of Amun-Ra resided. This alignment wasn't just an architectural flourish, it was a sacred act, a way to bring the sun god's energy into the temple and reaffirm his presence among the people. The design of Karnak Temple reflects the Egyptians' profound understanding of astronomy and its connection to their spiritual beliefs. The great hypostyle hall, with its forest of towering columns, is more than just an awe-inspiring space. It's a symbolic representation of the cosmos. The columns, carved with intricate hieroglyphs and scenes of divine worship, are thought to mimic the papyrus reeds of the primordial marsh from which creation emerged. The hall's orientation ensures that during key solar events, light would cascade through the columns, creating a play of shadows and illumination that symbolized the interplay between light and darkness, life and death. These alignments were central to the temple's role in religious ceremonies, where priests performed rituals to honor Amun-Ra and ensure the sun's daily rebirth. At the heart of Karnak's spiritual significance was the belief in the pharaoh's divine connection to the gods. The temple wasn't just a place of worship, it was a stage where the pharaoh, as the intermediary between the gods and humanity, enacted sacred rites to maintain cosmic order. During the annual Apet festival, the statue of Amun-Ra was carried in a grand procession from Karnak to the nearby Luxor temple, symbolizing the god's journey to renew the pharaoh's divine power. These ceremonies, timed to align with celestial events, reinforced the idea that the pharaoh's rule was ordained by the heavens. By aligning the temple with the sun, the Egyptians created a physical link between the pharaoh's authority and the divine forces that govern the universe. The astronomical knowledge required to achieve these alignments is a testament to the Egyptians' ingenuity. Without modern instruments, they were able to track the sun's movements with remarkable precision using tools like the Merkit, a simple yet effective device for measuring angles and aligning structures. This knowledge wasn't just practical, it was deeply spiritual, reflecting their belief in the harmony between the cosmos and human life. Karnak Temple, with its grand halls and celestial alignments, stands as a lasting reminder of this worldview, a place where the earthly and the divine converged. As we move from the sun-drenched sands of Egypt to the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, we find another civilization that shared this fascination with the heavens. The ancient Mesopotamians, like the Egyptians, saw the stars as divine messengers, their movements a language to be decoded and revered. From the ziggurats of Babylon to the star charts of Nineveh, these cultures left behind a legacy of astronomical brilliance that continues to captivate us today. And as we delve into their celestial knowledge, we'll uncover how the stars above shaped their lives, their rituals, and their understanding of the universe. Rising from the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, the ziggurats of ancient Sumer and Babylon stood as towering monuments to humanity's quest to reach the heavens. These massive step temples, with their terraced levels and towering summits, were more than just architectural feats. They were sacred gateways, designed to bridge the gap between the earthly and the divine. For the Mesopotamians, the ziggurats were not just places of worship, they were cosmic ladders, connecting the world of humans with the realm of the gods. Each level of the ziggurat represented a step closer to the heavens, a physical manifestation of the spiritual journey toward enlightenment and divine favor. The most famous of these structures, the Great Ziggurat of Ur, is a stunning example of Mesopotamian ingenuity and spirituality. Built over 4,000 years ago, this colossal temple was dedicated to Nana, the moon god, and its alignment with celestial bodies reflects the Mesopotamians' deep reverence for the night sky. The ziggurat's orientation wasn't arbitrary. It was carefully calculated to align with the moon's phases and the rising of specific stars. For the people of Ur, these alignments were more than just markers of time, they were messages from the gods, guiding their religious practices and daily lives. The role of astronomy in Mesopotamian culture cannot be overstated. The stars, planets, and moon were seen as divine beings, their movements interpreted as omens and prophecies. Priests who served as both religious leaders and astronomers meticulously tracked celestial events, recording their observations on clay tablets. These records, Some of the oldest known astronomical texts reveal a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos. The alignment of the ziggurat of Ur with the moon and stars was not just symbolic, it was practical, allowing the priests to predict lunar eclipses and other celestial phenomena. These predictions were crucial for religious ceremonies, agricultural planning, and even governance, as the king's authority was believed to be divinely ordained through celestial signs. One of the most striking features of the ziggurat of Ur is its alignment with the star system we now call the Pleiades. This cluster of stars, known to the Mesopotamians as the Seven Sisters, held immense spiritual significance. The Pleiades were associated with the goddess Inanna, a central figure in Mesopotamian mythology, and their appearance in the night sky marked important seasonal changes. By aligning the ziggurat with these stars, the builders created a physical connection to the divine, ensuring that the temple was not just a place of worship, but a living reflection of the heavens. The ziggurat's alignment also served as a calendar, helping the community track the passage of time and plan for planting and harvest seasons. The Mesopotamians' use of astronomical alignments wasn't limited to their ziggurats. Their cities, too, were designed with celestial harmony in mind. Streets and buildings were often oriented to align with the rising and setting of key stars, creating an urban landscape that mirrored the heavens. This integration of astronomy into daily life reflects a world where the earthly and the celestial were deeply intertwined, a philosophy that shaped everything from their architecture to their governance. As we leave the ziggurats of Mesopotamia and turn our gaze eastward, we find another ancient civilization that shared this fascination with the stars. In China, the heavens played a central role in shaping both spiritual beliefs and imperial authority. From the Great Wall to the Forbidden City, Chinese architecture is filled with celestial symbolism, reflecting a culture that saw the cosmos as a source of order and harmony. By exploring the astronomical alignments of these ancient Chinese sites, we'll uncover how the stars above guided the lives, rituals, and legacy of one of the world's oldest civilizations. In the heart of Beijing lies the Forbidden City, a sprawling imperial palace that has stood as a symbol of power and harmony for over 6 centuries. But beyond its grandeur and intricate design, this ancient complex holds a deeper secret. Its layout is a reflection of the cosmos itself. Built during the Ming Dynasty, the Forbidden City was designed to align with the principles of ancient Chinese cosmology, where architecture wasn't just about aesthetics or function, it was a way to embody the harmony between heaven and earth. At its core lies a north-south axis, meticulously aligned to reflect the emperor's divine mandate, known as the Mandate of Heaven. This alignment wasn't just symbolic, it was a physical manifestation of the belief that the emperor, as the Son of Heaven, ruled with the blessing of the celestial realm. The Forbidden City's design is a masterclass in cosmic symbolism. The main structures, including the Hall of Supreme Harmony and the Palace of Heavenly Purity, are arranged along the central axis, creating a direct connection between the emperor and the heavens. This axis mirrors the celestial north-south alignment, with the emperor's throne positioned to face true south, the direction of power and authority in Chinese tradition. The entire layout reflects the ancient Chinese concept of feng shui, where the placement of buildings, gates, and courtyards was carefully calculated to balance the flow of energy and align with the natural and celestial order. The Forbidden City wasn't just a palace, it was a microcosm of the universe, a place where the earthly and the divine converged. One of the most striking features of the Forbidden City is its connection to the pole star, known in Chinese astronomy as the Purple Forbidden Enclosure. This star, which remains fixed in the northern sky, was seen as the celestial counterpart to the emperor's throne. The emperor, like the pole star, was considered the central pivot around which the world revolved. This cosmic alignment reinforced the idea of the emperor's unshakable authority and his role as the mediator between heaven and earth. The Forbidden City's architecture wasn't just about grandeur, it was about creating a space where the emperor could fulfill his sacred duties and maintain cosmic harmony. The significance of these alignments extended beyond the physical structures. They were also deeply tied to the rituals and ceremonies that took place within the palace walls. During important events, such as the winter solstice, the emperor would perform rituals to honor heaven and reaffirm his connection to the celestial realm. These ceremonies, often accompanied by the burning of incense and the offering of sacrifices, were seen as essential for maintaining the balance between the earthly and the divine. The Forbidden City's alignments ensured that these rituals were performed in harmony with the cosmos, reinforcing the emperor's role as the guardian of universal order. As we marvel at the Forbidden City's celestial design, it's impossible not to draw parallels to other ancient cultures that shared this fascination with the heavens. From the ziggurats of Mesopotamia to the pyramids of Egypt, we see a universal desire to connect with the cosmos and reflect its order in human architecture. This shared legacy reminds us that the stars above have always been a source of inspiration and guidance, shaping the way we understand our place in the universe. Turning our gaze southward, we find another civilization that wove astronomy into the very fabric of its culture, ancient India. From the grand observatories of Jaipur to the celestial symbolism of its temples, Indian astronomy reveals a profound understanding of the cosmos and its connection to human life. As we explore these ancient sites, we'll uncover how the stars above guided the rituals, beliefs, and legacy of one of the world's oldest civilizations. On the eastern coast of India, where the Bay of Bengal meets the land, stands the Konark Sun Temple, an architectural marvel that seems to defy both time and imagination. Known as the Black Pagoda, this 13th-century temple is not just a place of worship, it's a celestial masterpiece designed as a colossal chariot for the sun god Surya. The temple's alignment with the sun's movements is nothing short of breathtaking. Its main sanctum was positioned so that the first rays of dawn would illuminate the inner sanctum, symbolizing the sun god's arrival and blessing. The temple's entire structure is a tribute to Surya's journey across the sky, with 12 pairs of intricately carved stone wheels representing the months of the year and 7 stone horses symbolizing the days of the week. Every detail of Konark's design is a testament to its builders' reverence for the sun and their profound understanding of its cycles. The temple's carvings are a visual encyclopedia of celestial knowledge. Scenes depicting the sun's journey, the phases of the moon, and the movements of stars and planets adorn its walls, transforming the temple into a living observatory. These carvings aren't just decorative, they are symbolic, reflecting the deep connection between the cosmos and human life. One of the most striking features is the depiction of the sun god Surya riding his chariot, drawn by 7 horses, across the heavens. This imagery reinforces the temple's role as a cosmic calendar, a place where the rhythms of the universe were celebrated and honored. The Konark Sun Temple is more than just a monument. It's a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a testament to humanity's enduring fascination with the heavens. The spiritual and cultural significance of these alignments is profound. For the people of ancient India, the sun was not just a source of light and warmth, It was a divine force, a symbol of life, energy, and renewal. By aligning the temple with the sun's movements, the builders created a space where the community could connect with this divine power. The temple's design also reflects the concept of yantra, a sacred geometric pattern used to harness cosmic energy. The Konark Sun Temple, with its precise alignments and intricate carvings, is a physical manifestation of this belief, a place where the cosmos and human life are harmoniously intertwined. But the Konark Sun Temple is just one example of humanity's ancient quest to understand and honor the heavens. Across the vast Pacific Ocean, the Polynesian cultures developed their own unique relationship with the stars, using celestial navigation to traverse thousands of miles of open ocean. Unlike the monumental stone structures of Konark, the Polynesians' astronomical knowledge was embedded in their way of life, passed down through oral traditions and practical experience. Their ability to read the stars, the waves, and the winds allowed them to explore and settle islands scattered across the Pacific, creating a legacy of celestial navigation that continues to inspire awe today. The Polynesians' connection to the stars is a story of ingenuity and resilience. Without written records or advanced instruments, they developed an intricate system of star maps, memorizing the positions of hundreds of stars and using them as navigational guides. The rising and setting of certain stars, like the Pleiades and Sirius, marked key points in their voyages, helping them determine direction and distance. This knowledge wasn't just practical, it was deeply spiritual, reflecting their belief in the interconnectedness of all things. For the Polynesians, the stars were not just points of light, they were ancestors, guides, and guardians, illuminating the path across the vast expanse of the ocean. As we move from the stone wheels of Konark to the star charts of Polynesia, we're reminded of the universal human desire to connect with the cosmos. Whether through towering temples or the subtle patterns of the night sky, ancient cultures found ways to honor the heavens and weave their rhythms into the fabric of their lives. These alignments, both monumental and subtle, are a testament to the brilliance of our ancestors, a legacy that continues to inspire us to look up at the stars and ponder the mysteries they hold. The vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean stretches over 64 million square miles, a seemingly endless blue horizon that would appear impassable to most. Yet for the Polynesian navigators, this ocean was not a barrier. It was a highway charted by the stars. These ancient seafarers, known as celestial wayfinders, embarked on voyages spanning thousands of miles, using nothing but their knowledge of the skies to guide them. Without maps, compasses, or modern instruments, they mastered the art of reading the stars, the waves, and the winds, creating a legacy of navigation that remains unparalleled in human history. Their ability to traverse such immense distances is a testament to their ingenuity, their deep connection to the cosmos, and their profound understanding of the natural world. At the heart of Polynesian navigation was the star compass, a mental map of the night sky that guided their journeys. This compass wasn't a physical tool, but a complex system of knowledge passed down through generations. Navigators memorized the rising and setting points of hundreds of stars, using them as fixed markers to determine direction. Stars like Hokulea, the Hawaiian name for Arcturus, and Hygianalia, known as Sirius, served as celestial signposts, guiding voyagers to their destinations. The Pleiades, or Macalae, were particularly significant, marking the start of the traditional voyaging season. By aligning their canoes with these stars, navigators could chart a course across the open ocean with astonishing precision. But Polynesian navigation wasn't just about the stars. Navigators also relied on the ocean itself, reading the patterns of waves, the behavior of birds, and even the color and temperature of the water. Clouds gathering over distant islands and the flight paths of seabirds offered clues to land unseen. This holistic approach, combining celestial knowledge with environmental observation, allowed Polynesian voyagers to navigate vast distances with confidence. Their canoes, or wa, were more than just vessels. They were extensions of their understanding, designed to harness the elements and glide across the ocean with grace and purpose. The alignment of sacred sites with celestial markers further underscores the cultural significance of astronomy in Polynesian society. Many marae, or ceremonial platforms, were positioned to align with key stars or solstice events, serving as both navigational aids and spiritual centers. These sites were not just places of worship, they were physical manifestations of the Polynesians' cosmic worldview, connecting the earthly and the celestial. The alignment of a marae with the rising of a particular star might mark the beginning of a sacred ritual or the timing of a voyage, reinforcing the idea that the heavens guided every aspect of life. This deep connection to the stars was more than practical, it was spiritual. Polynesian navigators saw themselves as part of a larger cosmic order, where the stars were ancestors, guides, and guardians. The act of navigation was not just a physical journey, but a spiritual one, a way to honor the wisdom of those who came before and to maintain harmony with the natural world. The stars were not distant and detached, they were alive, woven into the stories, songs, and rituals that defined Polynesian culture. This reverence for the heavens is a reminder that, for ancient peoples, the cosmos was not just a backdrop. It was a source of meaning, identity, and purpose. As we marvel at the achievements of Polynesian navigators, we're reminded of another ancient culture that shared this profound connection to the stars, the civilizations of Africa. From the pyramids of Egypt to the stone circles of Senegal, African cultures developed their own unique astronomical traditions, blending practical knowledge with spiritual insight. These traditions, shaped by the rhythms of the land and the skies, reveal a deep understanding of the cosmos and its role in human life. And as we explore the astronomical knowledge of ancient African cultures, we'll uncover how the stars above guided their lives, their rituals, and their legacy. Nestled in the heart of southern Africa, the ancient city of Great Zimbabwe stands as a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of the Shona people. This sprawling stone complex, built between the 11th and 15th centuries, is more than just an archaeological wonder. It's a celestial map meticulously aligned with the heavens. The great enclosure, with its towering walls and intricate passageways, is believed to have been designed to reflect the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. During key astronomical events, such as the solstices and equinoxes, the alignment of its structures creates striking patterns of light and shadow, suggesting that Great Zimbabwe served not only as a political and economic center, but also as an astronomical observatory. For the Shona, these alignments weren't just practical, they were sacred, a way to connect with the spiritual forces that governed their world. The cultural and spiritual significance of these celestial alignments is deeply rooted in Shona cosmology. The Shona people saw the cosmos as a living, interconnected system, where the heavens and the earth were in constant dialogue. The stars and planets were not distant and impersonal, they were ancestors, guides, and messengers. By aligning their structures with celestial events, the builders of Great Zimbabwe created a physical bridge between the earthly and the divine. The great enclosure, with its precise alignments, may have been used for rituals and ceremonies that honored these celestial beings, ensuring harmony between the community and the cosmos. The site's design, with its circular walls and central tower, reflects the Shona belief in the cyclical nature of life and the interconnectedness of all things. One of the most intriguing aspects of Great Zimbabwe is its alignment with the rising of the star Sirius. Known as Nyamatsatsy in Shona cosmology, Sirius holds immense spiritual significance as a symbol of renewal and guidance. During certain times of the year, the star's rising would illuminate specific parts of the complex, marking important moments in the agricultural and ritual calendar. This alignment wasn't just a feat of engineering, it was a way to embed the rhythms of the cosmos into the daily lives of the Shona people. The great enclosure, with its celestial alignments, became a living calendar, a place where the community could come together to celebrate the cycles of nature and seek blessings for the coming seasons. The influence of these practices on the site's design and function is profound. Great Zimbabwe wasn't just a city, it was a sacred landscape, a place where the natural and the supernatural converged. The alignment of its structures with celestial events reflects a worldview where the heavens were not just observed but actively engaged with. The site's architects understood that the cosmos was a source of power and wisdom, and they designed Great Zimbabwe to harness this energy. The result is a monument that is both practical and spiritual, a testament to the Shona people's deep connection to the stars. As we leave the stone walls of Great Zimbabwe and cross the Atlantic, we find another ancient culture that shared this fascination with the heavens. From the cliff dwellings of the ancestral Pueblones to the ceremonial mounds of the Mississippian cultures, Native American civilizations developed their own unique astronomical traditions, blending practical knowledge with spiritual insight. These traditions, shaped by the rhythms of the land and the skies, reveal a profound understanding of the cosmos and its role in human life. And as we explore the astronomical knowledge of ancient Native American cultures, we'll uncover how the stars above guided their lives, their rituals, and their legacy. Rising like silent sentinels from the fertile plains of the Mississippi River Valley, the ancient city of Cahokia stands as a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of the Mississippian culture. At its peak around 1,000 years ago, Cahokia was the largest pre-Columbian settlement north of Mexico, a bustling hub of trade, politics, and ceremony. But beyond its impressive size and complexity lies a deeper mystery. Cahokia was a celestial observatory, its mounds and structures meticulously aligned with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. These alignments weren't just architectural flourishes, they were a way for the Mississippian people to connect with the cosmos, embedding their spiritual beliefs and daily lives into the very fabric of their city. At the heart of Cahokia's astronomical significance is Woodhenge, a circular arrangement of wooden posts that served as a solar calendar. Located just west of the city's central plaza, Woodhenge was more than just a series of posts. It was a sophisticated tool for tracking the changing seasons. The posts were positioned to mark the solstices and equinoxes, allowing the community to predict key agricultural events like planting and harvest times. During the summer solstice, the rising sun would align perfectly with a central post, casting long shadows that signaled the longest day of the year. Similarly, during the winter solstice, the alignment marked the shortest day, a time of reflection and renewal. These celestial markers weren't just practical, they were spiritual, reinforcing the Mississippian belief in the harmony between the earth and the heavens. The spiritual significance of these alignments is evident in Cahokia's layout. The city's largest mound, known as Monk's Mound, towers over the landscape, its terraced levels reflecting the Mississippian concept of a layered universe. The mound's alignment with the cardinal directions suggests it may have served as a physical representation of the cosmos, a place where the earthly and the divine converged. Nearby, smaller mounds and plazas were positioned to align with celestial events, creating a sacred landscape that mirrored the rhythms of the heavens. For the Mississippian people, these alignments were a way to honor the gods and ancestors, ensuring the community's prosperity and spiritual well-being. Woodhenge also played a central role in Cahokia's rituals and ceremonies. The site's alignment with the solstices and equinoxes likely marked times of celebration and reflection, when the community would gather to honor the cycles of nature and seek blessings for the coming season. These ceremonies weren't just about agriculture, they were about maintaining balance and harmony, both within the community and with the cosmos. The rhythmic cycles of the sun and moon were seen as a reflection of life's larger patterns: birth, growth, death, and renewal. By aligning their city with these cycles, the Mississippian people created a living connection to the heavens, a way to ground their spiritual beliefs in the physical world. As we move from the earthen mounds of Cahokia to the ancient traditions of Australia's Aboriginal cultures, we find another civilization that shared this profound connection to the stars. For tens of thousands of years, Aboriginal peoples have looked to the night sky as a source of guidance, wisdom, and spiritual meaning. Their astronomical knowledge, passed down through generations in stories, songs, and rituals, reveals a deep understanding of the cosmos and its role in human life. From the Dreamtime stories of the emu in the sky to the practical use of star maps for navigation, Aboriginal astronomy offers a unique perspective on humanity's timeless fascination with the heavens. And as we explore these ancient traditions, we'll uncover how the stars above shaped their lives, their rituals, and their enduring legacy. For tens of thousands of years, the night sky has been more than just a canvas of stars for the Aboriginal peoples of Australia. It's been a living, breathing library of knowledge, spirituality, and storytelling. Unlike many ancient cultures that built towering monuments to align with the heavens, the Aboriginal approach to astronomy was deeply rooted in the land itself. They didn't need stone circles or pyramids to connect with the cosmos. Instead, they used the natural landscape as their guide, creating a celestial map that was as vast as the outback itself. Through their Dreamtime stories, the stars became more than just points of light. They were ancestors, animals, and sacred beings, woven into the very fabric of their culture. One of the most iconic examples of Aboriginal astronomy is the emu in the sky, a constellation not made of stars, but of the dark patches within the Milky Way. To the Aboriginal people, this celestial emu is a powerful symbol, reflecting the rhythms of life on Earth. When the emu appears high in the sky, it signals the time to gather emu eggs, a vital food source. When it's lower on the horizon, it indicates the breeding season, a time to leave the emus undisturbed. This connection between the stars and the land wasn't just practical, it was spiritual, a way to honor the balance between humans and nature. The emu in the sky is a reminder that, for the Aboriginal people, the heavens and the earth are inseparable, two halves of a greater whole. Sacred sites across Australia also reflect this profound connection to the stars. Many of these sites, such as stone arrangements and ceremonial grounds, were aligned with celestial events like the solstices and equinoxes. For example, the Wurdi Yuang stone arrangement in Victoria is thought to align with the setting sun during the solstices, marking the changing seasons. These alignments weren't just about tracking time, They were about celebrating the cycles of nature and maintaining harmony with the cosmos. The stones themselves were seen as living entities, imbued with the spiritual energy of the dreamtime. By aligning these sites with the stars, the Aboriginal people created a physical connection to the heavens, ensuring that their rituals and ceremonies were in tune with the rhythms of the universe. The cultural and spiritual significance of Aboriginal astronomy is profound. For these ancient cultures, the stars were not distant and detached. They were part of a living, interconnected system that included the land, the people, and the cosmos. Dreamtime stories, passed down through generations, served as both a guide to the stars and a way to teach moral lessons and cultural values. These stories were not just told, they were lived, shaping every aspect of life from navigation to storytelling to seasonal ceremonies. The stars were a source of wisdom, a way to understand the world and one's place within it. As we move from the vast landscapes of Australia to the rugged fjords of Scandinavia, we find another ancient culture that looked to the stars for guidance and meaning. The Norse people, with their seafaring traditions and rich mythology, developed their own unique relationship with the heavens. From the aurora borealis to the constellations that guided their voyages, the stars played a central role in their lives. As we explore the astronomical knowledge of ancient Norse cultures, we'll uncover how the heavens shaped their rituals, their beliefs, and their enduring legacy. High above the frozen landscapes of ancient Scandinavia, the Norse people gazed at the night sky and saw not just stars, but a vast tapestry of gods, giants, and cosmic beasts. For them, the heavens were alive with meaning, a realm where the divine and the mortal intersected. Norse mythology is steeped in celestial imagery, from the rainbow bridge Bifrost, connecting Midgard, the world of humans, to Asgard, the realm of the gods, to the great wolf Fenrir, whose jaws were said to stretch from earth to sky during the cataclysmic events of Ragnarök. These myths weren't just stories, they were a way to explain the mysteries of the cosmos and humanity's place within it. And as we explore the sacred sites and celestial alignments of the Norse world, we'll see how their mythology shaped their understanding of the stars and the world around them. One of the most striking examples of Norse celestial alignment can be found in their sacred sites, particularly in the form of stone circles and burial mounds. These structures, often positioned to align with solstices or equinoxes, served as both spiritual centers and practical tools for tracking time. The famous stone circle at Gamla Uppsala in Sweden, for instance, is believed to have been aligned with the rising sun during the summer solstice. This alignment wasn't just a feat of engineering, it was a way to connect the community with the divine. During these celestial events, the Norse would gather to honor their gods, particularly Odin and Thor, seeking their favor for the coming seasons. The solstices, in particular, were seen as moments of cosmic balance, when the boundaries between worlds were thinnest and communication with the gods was most potent. The Norse also looked to the stars for guidance in their seafaring journeys. The North Star, known as Leiðarstjarna, or guiding star, was a constant in the ever-shifting night sky, helping Viking navigators chart their course across the open seas. They also relied on the aurora borealis, or northern lights, which they believed were the shimmering armor of the Valkyries, the warrior maidens who chose the slain to join Odin in Valhalla. These celestial phenomena weren't just navigational aids, they were reminders of the god's presence, reinforcing the Norse belief in a universe governed by divine forces. The stars and lights of the night sky were more than tools, they were symbols of the gods' watchful gaze over their people. Storytelling played a crucial role in preserving and transmitting this celestial knowledge. Norse myths, passed down through skaldic poetry and oral traditions, were filled with references to the stars and their significance. The constellation we know as Orion was seen as the god Uller, a skilled hunter and skier, while the Milky Way was believed to be the path of the dead, guiding fallen warriors to the afterlife. These stories weren't just entertainment, they were a way to encode astronomical knowledge, ensuring that each generation understood the rhythms of the cosmos and their spiritual significance. The Norse world was one of interconnectedness, where the heavens, the earth, and the gods were all part of a single, unified system. As we leave the fjords of Scandinavia and journey to the misty hills of ancient Celtic lands, we find another culture that shared this profound connection to the stars. Like the Norse, the Celts wove their astronomical knowledge into their myths, rituals, and sacred sites, creating a legacy that continues to captivate us today. From the stone circles of Ireland to the sacred groves of Gaul, the Celts saw the cosmos as a source of wisdom and power, a guiding force that shaped their lives and their understanding of the world. And as we explore the astronomical traditions of the ancient Celts, we'll uncover how the stars above illuminated their path, both literally and spiritually. The rolling hills and misty landscapes of ancient Celtic lands are dotted with enigmatic stone circles, silent witnesses to a culture deeply attuned to the rhythms of the cosmos. For the Celts, these circles were far more than mere arrangements of stone. They were celestial calendars, spiritual sanctuaries, and communal gathering places. Take, for example, the famous Callanish stones on the Isle of Lewis in Scotland. This awe-inspiring circle, with its central monolith and radiating arms, aligns perfectly with the rising and setting of the moon during its major standstill, an event that occurs only once every 18.5 years. This alignment wasn't just a feat of engineering, it was a way to honor the celestial forces that governed their lives. The Celts' connection to the heavens was deeply intertwined with their agricultural and spiritual practices. Aligning their stone circles with the solstices and equinoxes allowed them to track the changing seasons, ensuring they knew when to plant, harvest, and prepare for the harsh winter months. The winter solstice, in particular, held immense significance. As the shortest day of the year, it marked the turning point when the sun began its slow return, bringing light and life back to the land. At sites like Newgrange in Ireland, the alignment of the passage tomb with the solstice sunrise created a breathtaking moment when the inner chamber was flooded with light, a powerful symbol of renewal and rebirth. These alignments weren't just practical, they were sacred, a way to honor the gods and ancestors who watched over the community. But the Celts' astronomical knowledge went beyond tracking the sun and moon. Their stone circles often incorporated alignments with specific stars and constellations, reflecting their belief in the interconnectedness of the earthly and celestial realms. The Pleiades, for instance, held particular importance. Known as the Seven Sisters, this star cluster was seen as a harbinger of seasonal change. When the Pleiades appeared in the night sky, it signaled the time to bring livestock in from the fields and prepare for the colder months. By embedding these celestial markers into their sacred sites, the Celts created a physical connection to the heavens, ensuring that their rituals and daily lives were in harmony with the cosmos. The cultural significance of these alignments extended far beyond their practical uses. For the Celts, the stone circles were places of power, where the boundaries between the human and divine worlds blurred. During key astronomical events, communities would gather to perform rituals, make offerings, and seek blessings for the coming season. These ceremonies weren't just about agriculture, they were about maintaining balance and harmony within the community and with the natural world. The rhythmic cycles of the sun, moon, and stars were seen as reflections of life's larger patterns: birth, growth, death, and renewal. By aligning their sacred sites with these cycles, the Celts created a living connection to the heavens, a way to ground their spiritual beliefs in the physical world. As we leave the windswept stone circles of Celtic lands and journey to the sun-drenched shores of ancient Greece, we find another civilization that shared this profound connection to the stars. The Greeks, like the Celts, saw the heavens as a source of wisdom and divine power, weaving their astronomical knowledge into their myths, rituals, and architecture. From the towering temples of Athens to the philosophical musings of Aristotle, the Greeks' fascination with the cosmos shaped their culture and left an indelible mark on the world. As we explore their celestial traditions, we'll uncover how the stars above guided their lives, their beliefs, and their enduring legacy. High atop the Acropolis in Athens, the Parthenon stands as a timeless symbol of ancient Greek ingenuity and devotion. But beyond its iconic columns and intricate friezes lies a deeper connection, one that reaches into the heavens themselves. This architectural marvel wasn't just a temple to Athena, the goddess of wisdom. It was a celestial map, meticulously aligned with the stars and the sun. For the ancient Greeks, the cosmos wasn't a distant abstraction. It was a living, breathing presence, a reflection of divine order and harmony. The Parthenon's precise orientation to the rising sun during the summer solstice is a testament to their profound understanding of astronomy and its role in both their spiritual and philosophical lives. The Greeks saw the heavens as a source of wisdom and a mirror of the gods' will. Philosophers like Plato and Aristotle pondered the nature of the cosmos, seeing it as a grand, ordered system governed by divine principles. This belief was deeply embedded in their religion, where celestial bodies were often associated with gods and goddesses. The alignment of the Parthenon with the solstice sunrise wasn't just a technical achievement, it was a spiritual statement. As the sun's rays illuminated the temple's inner sanctum, it was as if Athena herself were blessing the city, reaffirming her role as its protector and guiding force. These alignments were a way to bring the divine into the physical world, creating a sacred space where the earthly and celestial realms converged. The cultural significance of these alignments extended far beyond the Parthenon's walls. For the Greeks, the cosmos was a source of inspiration and guidance, shaping everything from their art and literature to their governance. The alignment of temples with celestial events served as a reminder of humanity's place within the grand order of the universe. It reinforced the idea that the gods were not distant and detached, but actively involved in the world, their presence marked by the movements of the stars and the sun. This belief was central to Greek identity, influencing their festivals, rituals, and even their sense of time. The solstices and equinoxes, in particular, were moments of cosmic balance, celebrated with grand ceremonies that honored the gods and the natural world. As we move from the sunlit heights of Athens to the sprawling empire of ancient Rome, we find another civilization that shared this fascination with the heavens. The Romans, inheritors of Greek knowledge, took their own approach to astronomy, blending practical observation with spiritual reverence. From the grand temples of Rome to the intricate calendars that guided their lives, the stars played a central role in shaping their culture. As we explore the astronomical traditions of ancient Rome, we'll uncover how the cosmos influenced their rituals, their governance, and their enduring legacy. The grandeur of ancient Rome is often associated with its vast empire, monumental architecture, and legendary leaders, but beneath its marble facades and bustling forums lay a profound connection to the heavens. Roman temples, with their towering columns and intricate designs, were not just places of worship. They were celestial observatories, meticulously aligned with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. These alignments were no accident. They were a deliberate reflection of the Romans' belief in the divine power of the cosmos. For them, the heavens were the realm of their gods, and by orienting their temples to celestial events, they sought to honor and harness that power. At the heart of Roman spirituality was the worship of planetary gods, each associated with a celestial body. Jupiter, the king of the gods, was linked to the sun, while Venus, the goddess of love, was tied to the planet that bears her name. Temples dedicated to these deities were often aligned with the rising or setting of their corresponding celestial bodies, creating a sacred connection between the earthly and the divine. The Temple of Saturn in the Roman Forum, for instance, was positioned to align with the winter solstice sunrise, a time when the god of agriculture and renewal was honored with festivals and offerings. These alignments weren't just symbolic, they were practical, serving as a way to mark time and guide the rhythms of daily life. The role of astronomy extended far beyond the spiritual realm. For the Romans, the heavens were also a source of governance and order. Emperors and statesmen looked to the stars for guidance, using celestial events to plan military campaigns, inaugurate leaders, and even predict the future. The Roman calendar, with its months named after gods and festivals timed to celestial events, was a testament to their reliance on the cosmos. The alignment of temples with the heavens wasn't just about worship, it was about maintaining the harmony of the empire itself. By connecting their sacred spaces to the stars, the Romans reinforced the idea that their rule was divinely ordained, a reflection of the natural order of the universe. This celestial connection was also deeply woven into the fabric of Roman daily life. Farmers relied on the stars to determine planting and harvest times, while sailors used constellations to navigate the Mediterranean. Even the architecture of private homes reflected this reverence for the heavens, with courtyards and atriums designed to capture the light of the sun and moon. For the Romans, the cosmos was not distant or abstract. It was a living, breathing presence that shaped every aspect of their existence. As we leave the marble temples of Rome and journey eastward, we find another ancient civilization that shared this profound connection to the stars, the Persians. Like the Romans, the Persians saw the heavens as a source of divine power and guidance, weaving their astronomical knowledge into their culture, governance, and spiritual practices. From the towering ziggurats of Babylon to the intricate observatories of Persia, these cultures left behind a legacy of celestial brilliance that continues to captivate us today. And as we explore their astronomical traditions, we'll uncover how the stars above shaped their lives, their rituals, and their enduring legacy. The ancient Persians looked to the heavens not just as a source of wonder, but as a wellspring of wisdom and divine guidance. Their observatories, scattered across the vast Persian Empire, were marvels of precision and ingenuity, designed to map the movements of the stars and planets with remarkable accuracy. These structures weren't just scientific tools, they were sacred spaces, reflecting a culture that saw the cosmos as a mirror of divine order. At the heart of this celestial tradition was the belief that the heavens held the keys to both spiritual enlightenment and earthly governance. By aligning their observatories with celestial events, the Persians created a bridge between the earthly and the divine, blending science and spirituality in ways that continue to inspire awe. One of the most famous Persian observatories was the Maraghe Observatory, built in the 13th century under the patronage of the Ilkhanid ruler Hulagu Khan. Situated in what is now modern-day Iran, this observatory was a hub of scientific innovation, attracting some of the greatest minds of the Islamic Golden Age. Its instruments, including massive astrolabes and armillary spheres, allowed astronomers to track the movements of celestial bodies with unprecedented precision. The observatory's alignment with key stars and planets wasn't just practical, it was deeply symbolic. For the Persians, the heavens were a living tapestry, woven with the threads of divine will. By mapping the stars, they sought to understand not only the mechanics of the cosmos, but also the intentions of the gods. The role of astronomy in Persian culture extended far beyond the walls of observatories. It was deeply embedded in their governance, with rulers often consulting astrologers and astronomers before making major decisions. The alignment of celestial events with political milestones, such as the coronation of a king or the launch of a military campaign, was seen as a sign of divine favor. The Persian calendar, with its roots in ancient Zoroastrian traditions, was also closely tied to the stars. Festivals and rituals were timed to coincide with celestial events, reinforcing the idea that the heavens govern the rhythms of life on Earth. This fusion of astronomy and governance wasn't just about power, it was about maintaining harmony between the human and divine worlds. The cultural and spiritual significance of Persian astronomy is perhaps best reflected in their sacred texts and poetry. The Shahnameh, the epic poem of Persian mythology, is filled with celestial imagery, from the stars that guide heroes on their journeys to the constellations that symbolize the eternal struggle between light and darkness. For the Persians, the heavens were not just a scientific curiosity, they were a source of moral and spiritual guidance. The alignment of their observatories with the stars was a way to honor this connection, creating a physical space where the mysteries of the cosmos could be explored and revered. As we turn our gaze from the starlit skies of Persia to the ancient lands of China, we find another civilization that shared this profound fascination with the heavens. The Chinese, like the Persians, saw the cosmos as a source of wisdom and divine power, weaving their astronomical knowledge into every aspect of their culture. From the grand observatories of the imperial courts to the intricate star charts that guided their daily lives, the stars played a central role in shaping their understanding of the world. And as we explore the celestial traditions of ancient China, we'll uncover how the heavens above guided their rituals, their governance, and their enduring legacy. High above the bustling streets of Kaifeng, in the heart of ancient China, a marvel of engineering and celestial insight stood as a testament to humanity's quest to understand the heavens. The astronomical clock of Suzhong, built in the 11th century, was more than just a timekeeping device. It was a cosmic machine, a bridge between the earthly and the celestial. Designed to align with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, this towering clock tower was a masterpiece of ancient technology, reflecting the advanced astronomical knowledge of the Song dynasty. But what made this clock truly remarkable wasn't just its precision, it was its ability to weave the rhythms of the cosmos into the fabric of daily life, shaping everything from agriculture to governance. At its core, the astronomical clock was a complex system of gears, water wheels, and celestial globes, powered by a hydraulic mechanism that kept it running with astonishing accuracy. The clock's armillary sphere, a model of the heavens, tracked the positions of celestial bodies, while its rotating celestial globe displayed the movements of the stars. A series of mannequins, intricately designed to perform at specific times, would chime bells, strike drums, and even announce the hours, creating a living, breathing connection between the clock and the people it served. But the true genius of Su Song's creation lay in its alignment with celestial events. The clock wasn't just a passive observer of the heavens, it was an active participant, designed to mark solstices, equinoxes, and other key astronomical moments with precision. For the people of ancient China, this alignment was deeply significant. The heavens were seen as a source of divine order, and the movements of celestial bodies were believed to influence everything from the harvest to the fate of the empire. By aligning the clock with these events, Su Song and his contemporaries created a tool that not only measured time, but also harmonized human life with the cosmos. Farmers relied on the clock to determine the best times for planting and harvesting, while government officials used it to plan ceremonies and rituals that honored the heavens. The clock's celestial alignments were a reminder that the universe operated in cycles, and that humanity's role was to live in harmony with these rhythms. The cultural and spiritual significance of the astronomical clock cannot be overstated. In ancient China, astronomy was not just a science, it was a sacred discipline deeply intertwined with philosophy and spirituality. The clock's design reflected this worldview, with its celestial globes and armillary spheres symbolizing the interconnectedness of heaven and earth. The clock itself was seen as a microcosm of the universe, a physical representation of the cosmic order that governed all things. Its alignment with celestial events was more than just a technical achievement. It was a spiritual statement, a way to honor the heavens and reaffirm humanity's place within the grand tapestry of the cosmos. As we marvel at the ingenuity of Su Song's creation, it's impossible not to notice the parallels with another ancient culture that shared this profound connection to the stars. From the towering temples of India to the intricate observatories of the subcontinent, Indian civilizations also wove their astronomical knowledge into the fabric of their daily lives, creating a legacy that continues to inspire awe. The alignment of their sacred sites with celestial events reveals a deep understanding of the cosmos and its role in shaping human destiny. By exploring these traditions, we'll uncover how the stars above guided the lives, rituals, and governance of ancient Indian cultures, revealing a shared human quest to understand the mysteries of the universe. In the heart of India, nestled amidst bustling cities and ancient ruins, stand the Jantar Mantar Observatories, monuments to a civilization that looked to the stars not just for wonder, but for wisdom. Built in the early 18th century by Maharaja Jai Singh Roman II, these architectural marvels are more than just relics of the past. They're living testaments to India's profound astronomical heritage. Each structure within the Jantar Mantar complex serves a specific purpose, from tracking the sun's path to mapping the stars, showcasing a level of precision and ingenuity that rivals modern instruments. These observatories weren't just tools for science, they were bridges between the earthly and the celestial, reflecting a culture that saw the heavens as both a guide and a divine force. At the core of the Jantar Mantar's design is its alignment with celestial events. The Samrat Yantra, or Supreme Instrument, is a massive sundial that towers over the complex, its triangular gnomon casting a shadow that moves precisely with the sun. This shadow, measured against a curved scale, allows observers to determine the time with remarkable accuracy, down to a mere 2 seconds. Nearby, the Jai Prakash Yantra, a hemispherical bowl carved with intricate markings, tracks the movement of stars and planets, offering insights into their positions and orbits. These instruments weren't just about observation, they were about connection. By aligning their structures with the sun, moon, and stars, The builders of Jantar Mantar created a physical representation of the cosmos, embedding their spiritual beliefs into the very fabric of their architecture. The cultural and spiritual significance of these observatories is deeply rooted in India's Vedic traditions, where astronomy and astrology were inseparable. The heavens were seen as a reflection of divine order, and celestial events were believed to influence every aspect of life, from agriculture to governance. The Jantar Mantar observatories were more than just scientific tools. They were sacred spaces where priests and astronomers could commune with the gods. The alignment of these structures with key celestial events, such as solstices and equinoxes, served as a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, a concept central to Hindu philosophy. By tracking the stars, the people of India weren't just predicting the future. They were honoring the rhythms of the universe and seeking harmony with the divine. But the Jantar Mantar observatories weren't just about spirituality, they were also practical. For centuries, they served as vital tools for timekeeping, astrology, and even navigation. The precise measurements taken at these sites helped farmers determine the best times for planting and harvesting, while astrologers used the data to create horoscopes and guide personal and political decisions. The observatories also played a role in navigation, with their star charts aiding travelers and traders in their journeys across land and sea. This blend of the practical and the spiritual is a hallmark of Indian astronomy, reflecting a culture that saw no separation between science and faith, between the material and the mystical. As we leave the sunlit courtyards of Jantar Mantar and journey across the globe, we find another civilization that shared this profound fascination with the stars, the ancient Maya. Like the builders of Jantar Mantar, the Maya developed a sophisticated system of astronomy, weaving their knowledge into the very fabric of their culture. From their towering pyramids to their intricate calendars, the Maya saw the heavens as a source of wisdom, guidance, and divine power. Their astronomical achievements, like those of the Jantar Mantar observatories, reveal a deep understanding of the cosmos and its role in shaping human destiny. And as we explore the celestial traditions of the ancient Maya, we'll uncover how the stars above guided their lives, their rituals, and their enduring legacy. The Dresden Codex, one of the few surviving pre-Columbian Mayan manuscripts, offers a fascinating glimpse into the astronomical genius of this ancient civilization. Written on bark paper and folded like an accordion, this codex is more than just a collection of glyphs and illustrations. It's a treasure trove of celestial knowledge, meticulously recording the movements of the sun, moon, Venus, and even eclipses. For the Maya, the heavens weren't just a backdrop to their lives. They were a dynamic force that shaped their rituals, agriculture, and governance. The Dresden Codex reveals how deeply intertwined their understanding of the cosmos was with their daily existence, offering a roadmap to their sacred and practical relationship with the stars. One of the most striking features of the Dresden Codex is its detailed Venus tables, which track the planet's complex 584-day cycle with astonishing accuracy. The Maya saw Venus as a harbinger of war and a symbol of their god Teotihuacan, the feathered serpent. By predicting its appearances, they could time military campaigns, agricultural activities, and religious ceremonies with precision. For example, when Venus rose as the morning star, it was believed to signal a time of conflict, prompting the Maya to prepare for battle. Conversely, its appearance as the evening star was seen as a time for planting and renewal. These celestial alignments weren't just symbolic, they were practical, guiding the rhythms of Mayan life and ensuring harmony with the cosmos. The codex also provides insights into how the Maya used their astronomical knowledge to design their sacred structures. Temples like El Castillo at Chichen Itza were built to align with celestial events, such as the equinoxes, when the sun's shadow creates the illusion of a serpent descending the pyramid steps. This alignment wasn't just a feat of engineering, it was a spiritual statement, a way to connect the earthly and the divine. The Dresden Codex reveals that these alignments were carefully calculated, reflecting a deep understanding of the heavens and their cultural significance. For the Maya, these moments of celestial harmony were opportunities to honor their gods, renew their communities, and reaffirm their place in the cosmos. Beyond its practical and spiritual uses, the Dresden Codex also played a role in Mayan governance. Rulers often consulted priests and astronomers to interpret celestial omens, using this knowledge to make decisions about warfare, trade, and even succession. The alignment of temples with celestial events served as a physical representation of the ruler's divine authority, reinforcing their connection to the gods. This blend of astronomy and governance highlights the Mayas' belief in the interconnectedness of all things, a world where the heavens, the earth, and human life were part of a single, unified system. As we turn our gaze from the Maya to their neighbors, the Aztecs, we find another civilization that shared this profound fascination with the stars. Like the Maya, the Aztecs saw the cosmos as a source of divine power and guidance, weaving their astronomical knowledge into every aspect of their culture. From the alignment of their pyramids to the intricate rituals that marked the passage of time, the Aztecs left behind a legacy of celestial brilliance that continues to captivate us today. Their understanding of the heavens, much like that of the Maya, reveals a universal human desire to connect with the cosmos and find meaning in its mysteries. At the heart of Mexico City, where the bustling streets of the modern world meet the echoes of ancient civilizations, lies one of the most iconic artifacts of the Aztec Empire, the Aztec calendar stone. This massive stone disc, over 12 feet in diameter and weighing nearly 25 tons, is more than just a relic of the past. It's a cosmic map, a testament to the Aztecs' profound understanding of time and the heavens. Carved with intricate symbols and concentric circles, the calendar stone isn't just a timekeeping device. It's a reflection of the Aztec worldview, where the earthly and celestial realms were deeply intertwined. Every detail, from the central face of the sun god Teotihuacan to the surrounding rings representing cosmic cycles, reveals a culture that saw time as sacred, cyclical, and governed by the stars. The calendar stone's alignment with celestial events is a marvel of ancient astronomy. At its core lies Teotihuacan, the sun god, whose image is surrounded by 4 smaller squares representing the previous eras of creation, each destroyed by cataclysmic events. Beyond this, the stone is divided into concentric rings, each marking a different cycle of time. The innermost ring depicts the 20 days of the Aztec month, while the outer rings represent the 52-year cycle known as the Tzumilpilli, or binding of the years. For the Aztecs, this cycle was critical. Every 52 years, they believed the world was at risk of ending unless rituals were performed to renew the cosmic order. The alignment of the calendar stone with these cycles wasn't just symbolic, it was a way to ensure the continuity of life itself, but the calendar stone's connection to the cosmos goes even deeper. Some researchers believe it was also used to track solstices and equinoxes, key moments in the Aztec agricultural and ritual calendar. The stone's precise carvings and alignments suggest that the Aztecs had a sophisticated understanding of the sun's movements, using their observations to predict seasonal changes and time their ceremonies. During the winter solstice, for example, the sun's position in the sky would align with specific symbols on the stone, signaling the start of a new agricultural cycle. These alignments weren't just about practicality, they were about spirituality. For the Aztecs, the sun's journey across the sky was a divine process, a daily struggle between light and darkness that required human intervention to sustain. The spiritual significance of the calendar stone is woven into its very design. The central image of Teotihuacan, with his tongue protruding as a sacrificial blade, reflects the Aztec belief that the sun required offerings of blood to continue its journey. This idea of sacrifice permeated every aspect of Aztec life, from their religious rituals to their governance. The calendar stone served as a reminder of humanity's role in maintaining cosmic balance, a duty that was both sacred and terrifying. By aligning their lives with the cycles of the sun and stars, the Aztecs sought to honor the gods and ensure the survival of their world. This deep connection between astronomy and daily life is a hallmark of Aztec culture. Their calendar wasn't just a tool for tracking time, it was a guide for living in harmony with the cosmos. Farmers relied on it to determine the best times for planting and harvesting, while priests used it to plan rituals and ceremonies that honored the gods. Even the layout of their cities reflected this celestial order, with temples and pyramids aligned to capture the sun's rays during key astronomical events. For the Aztecs, the heavens weren't distant or abstract, they were an integral part of their existence, shaping everything from their agriculture to their spirituality. As we shift our focus from the sunlit plains of Mexico to the towering peaks of the Andes, we find another civilization that shared this profound connection to the stars. The Inca, like the Aztecs, saw the cosmos as a source of divine power and guidance, weaving their astronomical knowledge into the very fabric of their culture. From the sacred city of Cusco to the enigmatic Intihuatana stone, the Inca left behind a legacy of celestial brilliance that continues to captivate us today. Their understanding of the heavens, much like that of the Aztecs, reveals a universal human desire to connect with the cosmos and find meaning in its mysteries. High above the bustling streets of modern Cusco, nestled within the heart of the ancient Inca Empire, lies the Coricancha, the Temple of the Sun. This sacred site, once the most revered temple in the Inca world, stands as a testament to the profound relationship between the Inca and the cosmos. At its core, the Coricancha was not just a place of worship. It was a celestial masterpiece, meticulously aligned with the movements of the sun to honor Inti, the sun god and divine ancestor of the Inca rulers. The temple's very name, Coricancha, translates to golden enclosure, a fitting title for a structure whose walls were once sheathed in gold, reflecting the sun's brilliance and symbolizing its sacred power. The Coricancha's alignment with the sun is nothing short of awe-inspiring. The temple's design ensured that during the summer solstice, the sun's rays would stream through its eastern windows, illuminating the golden altar and bathing the inner sanctum in radiant light. This alignment wasn't just a technical achievement, it was a spiritual act, a way to bring Inti's divine presence into the temple and reaffirm his role as the life-giving force of the Inca world. The solstice marked a time of renewal and celebration, when the Inca would gather to honor Inti with rituals, offerings, and dances, ensuring the sun's return and the continuation of life itself. The Coricancha was more than a building, it was a bridge between the earthly and the celestial, a place where the divine and the human converged. but the Coricancha's significance extended far beyond its solar alignments. It was also a physical representation of the Incas' cosmological beliefs, reflecting their understanding of the universe as a harmonious, interconnected system. The temple's layout mirrored the four quarters of the Inca Empire, known as Tawantinsuyu, symbolizing the unity of the empire under the sun's divine rule. Each corner of the Coricancha was dedicated to a different celestial body: the moon, the stars, Venus, and the rainbow, creating a sacred map of the heavens within its walls. This integration of architecture and astronomy wasn't just about aesthetics. It was about embedding the rhythms of the cosmos into the very fabric of Inca life, ensuring that every aspect of their culture was in harmony with the divine. The rituals performed at the Coricancha were deeply tied to these celestial alignments. During the Inti Raymi, or Festival of the Sun, the Inca would gather to celebrate the winter solstice, a time when the sun was at its weakest and in need of human support. Priests would offer sacrifices and prayers, calling on Inti to return and bring warmth and light back to the land. These ceremonies weren't just acts of devotion, they were acts of survival, a way to ensure the balance of the natural world and the prosperity of the empire. The Coricancha, with its precise alignments and sacred symbolism, was the stage for these rituals, a place where the Inca could connect with the divine and reaffirm their place in the cosmos. As we marvel at the ingenuity of the Coricancha, it's impossible not to draw parallels to another ancient civilization that shared this profound connection to the sun: the Egyptians. Like the Inca, the Egyptians saw the sun as a divine force, a source of life and energy that governed their world. Their temples, grand and imposing, were not just places of worship. They were celestial observatories, aligned with the sun's movements to honor their sun god, Ra. From the towering obelisks of Karnak to the sacred precincts of Luxor, these structures tell a story of a people who looked to the heavens for guidance and meaning, weaving their astronomical knowledge into the very fabric of their culture. And as we explore the celestial traditions of ancient Egypt, we'll uncover how the stars above shaped their lives, their rituals, and their enduring legacy. Carved into the sandstone cliffs of southern Egypt, the Temple of Abu Simbel stands as a monumental tribute to the sun god Ra and the divine power of the pharaohs. This awe-inspiring structure, built during the reign of Ramses the Great in the 13th century BCE, is more than just an architectural marvel. It's a celestial masterpiece. Twice a year, in February and October, the rising sun penetrates the temple's long, narrow passageway, illuminating the inner sanctuary where statues of Ra, Amun, and Ramses himself sit in solemn grandeur. This alignment isn't a coincidence. It's a carefully calculated feat of ancient engineering, designed to honor the sun god and reinforce the pharaoh's divine connection to the heavens. For the ancient Egyptians, the sun was more than just a source of light and warmth. It was the embodiment of Ra, the creator and sustainer of life. The alignment of Abu Simbel with the sun's rays was a way to bring Ra's divine energy into the temple, symbolizing his presence and blessing. The fact that the light falls directly on the statues of Ra, Amun, and Ramses is deeply symbolic. It underscores the pharaoh's role as the intermediary between the gods and humanity, a living embodiment of divine authority. By aligning the temple with the sun's movements, the builders of Abu Simbel created a sacred space where the earthly and celestial realms converged, a place where the pharaoh's divine mandate was reaffirmed with every sunrise. The cultural and spiritual significance of these alignments cannot be overstated. For the ancient Egyptians, The sun's daily journey across the sky mirrored the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The alignment of Abu Simbel with the sun's rays during specific times of the year was a way to celebrate this cycle, marking moments of renewal and divine favor. The February alignment, for example, coincides with Ramses' birthday, while the October alignment aligns with his coronation. These events weren't just personal milestones, they were cosmic affirmations of his divine right to rule. By embedding these celestial markers into the temple's design, the Egyptians created a living calendar, a way to connect their rituals and celebrations with the rhythms of the universe. But Abu Simbel's celestial alignment isn't just about symbolism, it's also a testament to the Egyptians' advanced astronomical knowledge. Without the aid of modern tools, they were able to calculate the precise angles and positions needed to achieve this alignment, a feat that required meticulous observation and planning. Some theories suggest they used simple tools like gnomons or water clocks to track the sun's movements, while others propose they relied on oral traditions and star maps passed down through generations. Whatever methods they used, the result is undeniable: a temple that not only honors the sun god, but also serves as a lasting reminder of humanity's ability to understand and harness the power of the cosmos. As we leave the sunlit sanctuary of Abu Simbel and turn our gaze toward the ancient Greek world, we find another civilization that shared this profound fascination with the heavens. The Greeks, like the Egyptians, saw the cosmos as a source of wisdom and divine power, weaving their astronomical knowledge into every aspect of their culture. From the towering temples of Athens to the philosophical musings of Aristotle, their understanding of the stars shaped their rituals, governance, and worldview. And as we explore the celestial traditions of ancient Greece, we'll uncover how the stars above guided their lives, their beliefs, and their enduring legacy. In the depths of the Mediterranean Sea, off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, a shipwreck from over 2,000 years ago yielded one of the most astonishing artifacts of the ancient world, the Antikythera mechanism. Often referred to as the world's first analog computer, this intricate bronze device is a testament to the ingenuity and astronomical sophistication of ancient Greece. Discovered in 1901, the mechanism's complex system of gears and dials was designed to predict celestial events with remarkable precision, from the positions of the sun and moon to the timing of eclipses. But what makes this device truly extraordinary isn't just its technical brilliance, it's the way it reflects the Greeks' profound connection to the cosmos and their belief in the harmony between the heavens and human life. The Antikythera mechanism wasn't just a tool for tracking celestial movements, it was a bridge between the earthly and the divine. For the ancient Greeks, astronomy was deeply intertwined with their spiritual and philosophical worldview. The cosmos wasn't a random collection of stars and planets. It was an ordered, harmonious system, governed by divine principles and reflecting the wisdom of the gods. The mechanism's ability to predict eclipses, for example, wasn't just a scientific feat. It was a way to anticipate moments when the gods might communicate through celestial omens. Eclipses were seen as powerful, often ominous events, and being able to predict them gave the Greeks a sense of control and understanding in a world governed by forces beyond their reach. This blend of science and spirituality extended into every aspect of Greek life. The mechanism's intricate design, with its gears and dials painstakingly crafted to mirror the movements of celestial bodies, was a physical representation of the Greeks' belief in the unity of the cosmos. It wasn't just a calculator, It was a microcosm of the universe itself, a way to bring the heavens down to earth and make their rhythms tangible. The device's alignment with celestial events also had practical applications, helping to time agricultural activities, religious festivals, and even governance. For example, the Olympic Games, one of the most important events in Greek culture, were scheduled based on astronomical cycles, ensuring they were held at auspicious times. The cultural significance of the Antikythera mechanism is a reminder of how deeply astronomy was woven into the fabric of ancient Greek society. It wasn't just the domain of scholars and philosophers, it was a shared knowledge that shaped the rhythms of daily life. Farmers used the stars to determine planting and harvest times, sailors relied on constellations for navigation, and priests interpreted celestial omens to guide religious rituals. The mechanism, with its ability to track these celestial patterns, was a tool that brought all of these elements together, reflecting a culture that saw the heavens as both a guide and a source of inspiration. As we marvel at the brilliance of the Antikythera mechanism, it's impossible not to wonder how this knowledge was preserved and transmitted. While the device itself is unique, its underlying principles, such as the use of gears to model celestial movements, suggest a broader tradition of astronomical and mechanical innovation. Some scholars believe the mechanism was part of a larger body of knowledge, perhaps taught in schools or used in temples, that has since been lost to time. This idea underscores the fragility of human knowledge and the importance of preserving the wisdom of the past. From the shores of ancient Greece, we now turn our gaze to the heart of the Roman Empire, where the legacy of Greek astronomy was embraced and expanded. The Romans, inheritors of Greek knowledge, took their own approach to understanding the heavens, blending practical observation with spiritual reverence. From the grand temples of Rome to the intricate calendars that guided their lives, the stars played a central role in shaping their culture. As we explore the astronomical traditions of ancient Rome, we'll uncover how the cosmos influenced their rituals, their governance, and their enduring legacy. Standing proudly in the heart of Rome, the Pantheon is more than just an architectural marvel, it's a celestial masterpiece, a testament to the ancient Romans' profound connection to the cosmos. Built nearly 2,000 years ago, this iconic structure is renowned for its massive dome, which remains the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. But what makes the Pantheon truly extraordinary is its alignment with the heavens. At the very top of its dome lies an oculus, a circular opening that allows sunlight to pour into the space below. This oculus isn't just a design feature, it's a deliberate celestial alignment, a way to bring the sun, moon, and stars into the heart of the temple, creating a sacred space where the earthly and the divine converge. The Pantheon's alignment with celestial events reflects the Romans' deep reverence for the cosmos. During key moments, such as the equinoxes, the sun's rays stream through the oculus at specific angles, illuminating the interior in dramatic and symbolic ways. On the spring equinox, for example, the light falls directly on the entrance, creating a striking visual effect that marked the balance between day and night. These alignments weren't just random, they were carefully calculated, reflecting the Romans' belief in the harmony between the heavens and their daily lives. The Pantheon wasn't just a place of worship, it was a cosmic calendar, a physical representation of the rhythms of the universe. By aligning their sacred space with celestial events, the Romans created a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a way to honor the gods and reaffirm their place in the cosmos. This connection to the heavens wasn't just symbolic, it was deeply spiritual. The Romans saw the cosmos as a source of divine power and order, a reflection of the gods' will. The alignment of the pantheon with celestial events reinforced this belief, serving as a reminder that the gods were actively involved in the world. The oculus, with its constant connection to the sky, was a way to bring the divine into the physical world, creating a living, breathing link between the temple and the heavens. During rituals and ceremonies, the light streaming through the oculus would have added an otherworldly dimension to the experience, transforming the pantheon into a sacred stage where the earthly and celestial realms met. The cultural and spiritual significance of these alignments extended far beyond the pantheon's walls. For the Romans, the heavens were a source of inspiration and guidance, shaping everything from their art and literature to their governance. The alignment of temples with celestial events reinforced the idea that the gods were not distant or detached, but actively involved in the world. This belief was central to Roman identity, influencing their festivals, rituals, and even their sense of time. The pantheon, with its precise alignments and sacred symbolism, was a physical representation of this worldview, a testament to the Romans' ingenuity and their enduring fascination with the cosmos. As we leave the sunlit dome of the pantheon and turn our gaze eastward, we find another ancient civilization that shared this profound connection to the stars, the Persians. Like the Romans, the Persians saw the heavens as a source of divine power and wisdom, weaving their astronomical knowledge into every aspect of their culture. From the towering ziggurats of Babylon to the intricate observatories of Persia, these cultures left behind a legacy of celestial brilliance that continues to captivate us today. Their understanding of the cosmos, much like that of the Romans, reveals a universal human desire to connect with the heavens and find meaning in their mysteries.